Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are. Greetings and salutations. Let's just wait a few minutes to let some people come in if there's going to be anybody that comes in, because I don't want to just talk to myself. So that's why I usually play music at the beginning to allow time for people to yeah, for people to come in, so I'm not talking to myself. So let's just wait a few minutes and see what happens. If you don't know by now, I have made my way to Bueng, where I originally wanted to go, where I was supposed to be last night, but I got here this morning, and I've been here all day running around doing things. Checked into a nice little hotel, 450 baht. 450. 450. So far, the first 2 nights I paid what, 490 a night. Then last night I paid 350, and today and tomorrow I paid 450. So it's not bad, and I'll show you the room in a few seconds. Again, let's wait until a few more people come in. Not a whole lot to show, but and it's a little messy. But it's for 450 baht a night, and for a place where really I just need to take a shower, shit, throw my stuff, and sleep. It's great, excellent. Meets my relatively low standards. If you don't know anything about Bunkan, well, join the club, because I don't know very much about it, and I didn't know anything about it until I decided to come here. It is very spread out. It's not like you're gonna walk downstairs and there's a 7-Eleven. That's not gonna happen. Good evening, good night, good morning. It's just not that kind of a place. You know, there are no motorcycle taxis. There are no taxis. The only taxis per se are samlors, tuk-tuks. You know, they don't have a meter, so you got to negotiate everything. And I'll tell you, I got off the bus this morning, and I took a tuk-tuk. I had my backpack, and I thought, I don't know how far this place is. Doesn't look very far, but I don't really want to walk down the street and with this big pack on my back and sweat my ass off. So I jump in the tuk-tuk, and it's literally, it's like 2 minutes away. And I said, how much? 20 baht, 30 baht, 50 baht. And, I was like, he seemed like a good sort. I said to him, is this the Thai price or is this the, foreigner price or what? And, he was like, no, this is, it's legit, man. He goes, this is the price for everybody. I said, okay, whatever. Paid the 50 baht. But, this is how it is here. It's like you go down the street somewhere and it's going to cost you 100 baht. It's just like Phuket or somewhere like that. So, getting around, everybody's got their own car or their own truck. It's not the kind of place where you're just going to, walk down the street and jump on a bus or any of that kind of stuff. But that said, do I like the place? It's got its attributes, positive attributes. It is, when you get out a little ways from this part of the city, it's quite green, very, very beautiful. Down by the Mekong, it's nice. Would I recommend coming here? I'd recommend coming here if you're going to go to some of the temples. You're going to go to the Mekong or something like that. I wouldn't just come here just to say, oh, well, I came to Bueng. Not like, going to Uncle Cho's house where you just want to be able to go, I went to Ho Chi Minh's pad in Thailand. It's not the same here. I can't say anything bad about the place so far. I mean, I've only been here for a day, but I have went a couple places and I've looked around. I went down to the river and I went to, let me put my glasses on here. Cheap room, good value, under 500 baht. Yeah, this is a good value, believe me. It's a very good value, and the people are very nice. The staff is nice. Let me see, where did I go? I went to the Klong Home, which is the navel of the Mekong River. They call it that for a reason. It's located at the Ahong village, Muban Ahong, Hokam sub-district, Ampur Bueng. Obviously, we're in Bueng. Maybe they got some lighting issues, electrical issues. But anyway, you go down to this spot on the river. It's about 21 kilometers from the city center. That's about where I'm at. It's about 20 kilometers from me. And it basically, it has all kinds of little Buddhist statues, and they're all in gold, and then it's right on the river, and it's basically, the temple grounds are fairly large, and it's a nice place. It's worth. This is what I mean. If you're gonna come here just because you want to come, maybe you're doing what I'm doing, where I go from Nakhon Phanom up to Bueng or something like that, which it's not easy to get here, especially right now. But if you want to do something like that, it's good. It's good for an hour and a half. You go there, you go walk around on the river. They have a little boardwalk. The temples are right there on the water. And then the good thing is you can walk down. They have a little path, and you can walk down and get right on the river. You're standing on a big rock, and it's it says on a sign, the last point of Thailand before you enter Laos. So right across the river is Laos, and there's a little pagoda or something, a little stupa over there. So all in all, this place was all right. I did shoot some video and everything. Wat Ahong Siliwat is what the name of it is. And there was only a few people, and they were all Thais. I haven't seen any foreigners in this town. Not one foreigner. All the foreigners that I saw were in Nakhon Phanom, and even there was only 4 of them. So, you know, I've only seen 4 foreigners since I left Don Mueang Airport. I don't know, 3-4 days ago. The other place I went was a place called Wat Po Taram. And basically what I did was I went in one direction and went to this Wat Ahong Siliwat. And then we came back. I got a driver. He's got a car. And we came back. And then went to this other temple, Wat Po Taram. And this place was a little, I don't know, I wouldn't call it more beautiful. It's a temple grounds. The temples are very nice, but the highlight is they have this old boat that's set in the middle of where the temple grounds are. And it's an old boat. It's about 100 years old. It's basically rusting and falling apart. And you know, the grounds are nice, and it's right there on the Mekong again. So is it worth going there? Well, I went to 2 places. They were worth it just to go to a couple places. I mean, it was a 3-hour excursion, and then that was it. You know, 3 hours, I go to this place, I check it out, I shoot some video, take a few photos, come back, go to the other temple, do the same thing there, stop off at 7-Eleven and get some drinks, come back to the hotel, boom, 3 hours down the tube. So, you know, I got to see a little bit of it. But tomorrow I am going to go to, let me see the name of the other place, Pusing. It's called Pusing. And then Sing Mountain, basically. And then I'm going to go to Wat Phutok. Phutok. That's what it is. Not Phutok. Tok. Or Ang Tok. Wat Phutok. And that's the one that is the big mountain with the wooden platform going around it. And the old guy that, he was 71 years old, the driver. And the lady who runs this place, that was her grandfather. And he's 71. And so he gave me the lowdown. He said 3 months ago he went. He used to be able to go all the way to the top when he was younger. He can't do it anymore. He said after the 2nd level, that was it. He's done. He's 71 years old. So, you know, hopefully I'll get to the top and be able to see everything. I think they said the 4th level is the best level for a view. And supposedly there is 4G service there. So I may stream from there. Although if I only got like 20 people, I don't know what's going on lately. Maybe it's because I'm not streaming in the morning at the same time every time. But, you know, if I only got 20 people, I'm not going to stream. It's not. I'll just cut it off because it's not really worth it. I can shoot video and it'd be a lot easier for me because this is not an easy this is not easy going up this mountain. I've talked to about 10 people who have been to it, and every one of them said it was difficult, or they said they were really tired when they were done. So, you know, I'm looking forward to it, and looking forward to seeing it. And then after that, I'll go to the Pusing, this other place. So there's 4 places I'll go, but there are a number of places you can go. Yeah, I went to Kang Ahong, Wat Ahong Siliwat. You can go to Wat Sawang Arom, another temple. You know, you can just hang out there on the Mekong. There's also a waterfall, Tam Phun Waterfall, Chanan Waterfall, Puwa Wildlife Sanctuary, which supposedly is very far and it's not easy to get to. So you better be prepared to pay if you're not driving yourself. I wouldn't want to drive a motorbike in this area for all the money in the world. I'd rather just let some local guy or lady who knows the place drive you around. It's much better that way. Then there's the Putampra waterfall. So there's a couple of waterfalls. There's the Chenan waterfall, and then there's a lake, Kamsumbun Lake, and then there's also a national park back on the way to Nakhon Phanom, which is Pu Lanka National Park. So this is not the kind of place where you go and hang out like and sit in a bar. I mean, I was asking the old guy, I go, do you ever do anything at night? He's like, no, I stay at home. He's like, everybody just stays at home here. They don't really go out. Now, I'm sure there's some karaoke bars or, you know, there are places to go for younger people. They can sniff them out. But what I'm saying is if you're like, you know, a 30, 40-year-old guy and you're like thinking you're going to come here and maybe there'll be a couple little beer bars that you can go hang out at, like in Chiang Mai or Chiang Rai or something, it's not going to happen. It's not that kind of a place. It's the kind of place where if you were lucky enough to find a bar to go to, it would probably close at 12 o'clock. And then if you couldn't get a ride home from somebody at the bar or from somebody working at the bar or somebody in the bar, you'd be shit out of luck. You'd be walking home because you wouldn't be able to find there wouldn't be any tuk-tuks. It's not like there's tuk-tuk after tuk-tuk after tuk-tuk lined up waiting for you to go somewhere. It's not Pattaya, it's not Phuket, it's not even Kanchanaburi. It's not a tourist area. You know, so if you're gonna come here, you should keep that in mind. Now, I was talking about the mask thing. For the most part, people are not wearing masks here. They wear them when they go into buildings or a place where they know they have to, like a government building. But here at the hotel, you know, out at the park and out at the temple, nobody's wearing a mask. I went into one 7-Eleven, there was nobody in the place, and nobody had a mask on, and I didn't wear one. And then I went into another 7-Eleven, and there was a girl there sitting at the door like they have been for the past couple of months. Sitting at the door taking people's temperature, and when I came in and didn't have a mask on, she said, do you have a mask? And I said, no, but because I have 4 masks, 3 of them broke, and I didn't want to wear the really heavy one. I thought, well, if I'm out, maybe I can find some and I'll buy one. And this is what I got right here, okay? I don't know if you can tell. It's just a very cheap piece of foam. Extremely thin. You can see through it. Look at this. I can see through it, okay? Look, I don't know how they made this thing. This thing was $2.50. It probably cost about 10 cents. But I wanted to get into 7-Eleven, and you know, I'm not gonna stand there and argue with the girl and go, well, I don't need to wear my mask. I'm just like, if you have a mask, I'll buy one and come in. If you don't, I won't come in. So she had a mask, I bought it, but I was very surprised because it was actually more than $2.50. It was 80 baht. So it's like $2.65 for this thing. And all it is a piece of foam. I don't even know if it does any good. Look at this thing. It's a piece of shit. Got me in though. So, you know, there's a premium to the stuff that I bought. The juice and, you know, all the other stuff I bought. Anyway, I can see there's a lot of talkative people out there today. So, you know, if nobody has anything else to say, hopefully I'll be streaming around 10 o'clock in the morning, 9 o'clock in the morning tomorrow. We're leaving here at 7. Should be there at 8. And by 8:30, 9 o'clock, I should have a better idea of whether I'll be able to stream or not. If I'm not, I won't be on by 9 o'clock. If I am able to stream, I will stream. But I got to give a shout out to a couple of people because I don't always do it, and I need to do it. Let me see if I can pull some names up here. Gennaro. I'm going to give Gennaro a shout out. Gennaro, Longhorns, Fidelity Quester, Jono, Tom, Soy Dog Cowboy. There's a long list of people. I'll just keep thinking of them as I can, but thank you very much, because you are the guys who have made everything possible this year, and like Hong Kong and all this other kind of stuff. So I really appreciate it. And as Richard was saying, Richard and I were talking, I need to push the Cash App a little more. So there is a link to the Cash App down below. There's also a link to my t-shirts and my books, and that's how I'll keep going. If I keep earning, I keep traveling, and I keep showing you stuff. Tomorrow should be very cool. Hopefully I'll make it all the way to the top of the mountain. I'm crossing my fingers on that one. Because, you know, it's been 3-4 months where I've been sitting in the house most of the time. It's like I'm doing this off the sofa. So we'll see what happens. You know, I walked up a couple stairs today, and I was like, I can't believe it, you know? Good evening. Good evening. So anyway, yeah, hopefully the 4G will work, and the stream will be nice and clear, because there's a hell of a view. And just the visual alone should be pretty good. But, you know, if you're looking for a little adventure and you're sitting on your sofa there locked down, maybe this will do it for you. I don't know. I'll give you guys a little look at my room here. The little, you know, the little table. Oops. I gotta be careful of this here. TV, which I never use. Big refrigerator, which I don't use. That is the shower and the toilet, which is very clean. I mean, I don't use any of this stuff. You can see I just throw my stuff around. And that's about it. Yeah, I know. I know there are. But for 450 baht, I'm not complaining. It's a pretty good room for 450 baht. You know. I don't know. I'd say the other room was a little better. For 490, the first room I had was a little bit better. The refrigerator wasn't as big, but the furniture was nicer, and I think the bed was nicer. The bed last night was not very good, but it was, you know, 350 baht, man. I wasn't complaining. I'm not complaining. For that money, you can't really complain. As long as there's no bed bugs, doesn't matter, you know? It just doesn't matter. Unbelievable. Wilson residence? No. No. See, this is the kind of place that you know, it's one thing to go to the place where I'm going, because not many people really will go there. even tourists don't usually, you know, a lot of tourists don't go there. Uh, but this is what I mean. It's like I'm looking for places that people don't know about, they don't go to. You know, like when I went to Myanmar, not many people went to the places that I've been to in Myanmar. Uh, but here in Thailand, I mean, you know, you go just about everywhere and somebody's been there, which I don't like that. I want to go places where I can go, no man has gone before me, or, you know, very, very few people visit the place. And, you know, not many people want to come up the Bunkan. People aren't racing to come here, but, you know, there are people who want to come here. And I would recommend it if you want a little bit of an adventure, you want to do something a little different. This is the kind of place you do it. Suratani is the same kind of a place as this. They remind me of one another. As you go to Suratani, there's a city. It's a bit spread out. We don't live in the city. You know, we stay in a little village, and it's out in the middle of nowhere, and very few people will come and talk to you unless they're family, which I like that. And, you know, here, there's a whole family that sitting around eating, and, you know, they live here, they work here, they do things here together. And, you know, it's a nice place, but, you know, I mean, it's not for everybody, you know? There's some people who just want to go to Pattaya, they want to get laid, they want to go and, you know, grab some chick that they saw the last trip, and then, of course, none of that stuff's happening right now, but, well, I'm supposed to go through there, I don't know, depends. It depends, it really depends, you know? I'm not sure if I'm going to go there. I know I have to go through there, but I don't know. Let me see something here. Where's my map? Pizzarolog, Pitsanolok, and then Uttaradit. Uttaradit. So if I go to Uttaradit, I'm not going to stop in Pitsanolok. I just can't see it because the idea is to follow the edge. But I don't know. I'm waiting right now for my wife to get her test results. Supposedly, she's supposed to get her results tomorrow for her dengue fever test, or she's going in tomorrow to get tested or something. I don't know. I don't know what the whole deal is. Her and my son are going in because they think they have it. So I want to see what happens with them. But if they just have dengue fever, I think they'll be all right. But, you know, if it's something else, then I don't know. We'll see. It's nothing to joke around with. I had it before, and it sucked. Johnny, what's happening? Johnny, what's happening now? So I was saying I went to a couple temples today. One is the belly button of the Mekong River, and the other was the Wat Putaram. Potaram. That's what it is. And, you know, it's like temple grounds. Now, I did have some fun at the second place because these two little kids were running up asking me all kinds of questions. It was like, where are you from? How long have you stayed here? What's your name? Hello, my name is, his name was Bank. Hello, my name is Bank. I couldn't get his friend's name right. You know, that was kind of fun. But, you know, it's the thing about temples, you know, if it's not a spectacular temple, you know, I'm there and gone in like no more than an hour. But it was on the river, which was nice. So I'll give it a thumbs up for that. And you know, like I said, if you're gonna come here or you're gonna be here, you might as well go to a couple places. They're not the usual kind of places that people go to. They're not gonna go hang out and go shopping somewhere. And you're not. I mean, wow, God, where's the coffee shop here? I could go to 7-Eleven and get a coffee here. But I'm trying to think. I haven't had a coffee here. I had one this morning. Sorry. There's a Black Canyon Coffee next door. There's a hospital, and then next door to the hospital is the Black Canyon, or in front of the hospital is the Black Canyon Coffee. So there is a coffee shop. But it's not like you can, you know, I have my choice. I can go to this place or that place or change it up or whatever. That's the only place. Everything else is spread out. You know, I'm lucky to be able to go to the 7-Eleven. So that's all right, though, you know. But I tell you what, I checked several hotels, and they were full, which was surprising to me. And this hotel, oh man, this hotel was full in the morning, and then they said, okay, well, you know, you can come in at 10 o'clock. Pizza Look has a really great temple, also a bar called 70s, 80s, and 90s. Bar house band was like my personal jukebox. Thing is, I like to hug the river, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to, you know, go into Pizza Look and go down and then come back up and go into Uttaradit. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do yet, to be completely honest. You know, I haven't spent much time up there. Yeah, no, I know. I saw them. I mean, you know, I've looked around, man. I have seen a few things here. I know where there's a Tesco Lotus, there's 7-Eleven, there's the gas station where you can get stuff. There's quite a few things there's things to do, but it's not like even at my house, if I can go across the street and get a bunch of food, I mean, like that, 2 minutes. Here, there's no restaurants like where I can just walk downstairs and go to a restaurant. So if you're looking for that kind of comfort, you're not going to have it. But it's not like you can't get anything, you know. It's not like you can't get the creature comforts here. You can. You just have to go through a little more work. It's just, like I said, just like Suratani. To me, that's exactly, it reminds me of Suratani, you know. You might have to drive a little ways, but you can get anything, you know. Other exit, not Lotus Way. I don't know, man. All I know is I know where the Lotus is, I know where the bus station is, and I know where the hospital is. So I'm good. Yeah, I mean, you know, I did a little stream this morning, and I took some video, and it's like I point one way, and there's just a long road. Couple things on the side of the road, that's it. It's just a big long road. It's an industrial area, you know. But as I said, there's places to go. There's, you know, there's a wildlife sanctuary. There's waterfalls. So if you like that kind of stuff, then great. You know, got plenty of places to go. I think I like Nakhon Phanom so far. I like Nakhon Phanom better than here. Just because it's not as spread out, I can walk around. I can get all kinds of things that I want, you know, just within a 5-10 minute walk. Well, it's got the list of hotels here. Turn right and turn right again for what? Well, I wish I would have had this list. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 20 hotels here. The island, what? The island the river made in Surat was nice. See, what I like is in Suratani, where we're at, you walk outside and there's like a big lagoon. And there's fish in it. There's all kinds of stuff in it. You don't want to go down in it. You don't want to go swimming in it. But there's a lagoon. Shops, then to main area, down to the river. Let me think here, down to the river. I'm trying to get my bearings here. Yeah. I got to look on a map. I'd have to look on a map for me to know where the hell I'm going. Lumpur Surat, it's like a big green area that's well kept and nice to hang out in. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, you know, like in Surat, man, I'm set. You know, I don't worry about anything. Whenever I go down there, you know, I'm always well taken care of. The family takes care of me, or, you know, I take care of myself in the pad. I mean, you know, it's just an old little house. But, you know, there's like 3 houses across the street a little ways. And, you know, if you close your door, nobody's going to come over and be banging on your door. Which I like that. You know, I like the fact that the people stay away. They're not like always looking into what you're doing. You know, but that said, the internet sucks there. So it's getting better, but it still sucks. Do you have a set route you're going to do, or just kind of winging it? Right now I'm winging it, but I know the route I want to take. It's just a matter of, am I going to have the funds to complete it and to do everything? And it also depends on my wife and, you know, just how bad she is. Because, you know, her and Alex are just kind of laying at home, and they don't even want to go to the doctor, and I had to force her to go to the doctor because she was bitching and moaning about it. So I said, go to the doctor. So she finally went. And so the doctor said he thinks it's dengue fever, but he has to do her test after a certain period of time or whatever. And so supposedly that time will be here tomorrow. So that's why she's going to the doctor tomorrow. And she should be able to find out tomorrow. But she'll be fine. So it's just a matter of, you know, do I want to continue? Do I want to keep going from here to there? And do I want to do it? And, you know, can I do it? Turn it to traffic lights. But, you know, the plan is to go around the outer edge. And if I go back home for whatever reason, whether she's sick and she needs help or whatever it might be, then the plan is to go right back to where I left and then just keep going around and go the whole way around Thailand. I'd like to go to every single province. I don't know why, but just to say I did. You know, I've probably been to about 50 of them. Maybe a few more, I don't know. Give or take, you know, 5, maybe 55, maybe 45. I think probably more than 45, but I am anxious to go to Nong Khai because I haven't been there in such a long time. I want to see how it's changed. Where's that fucking map at? Yeah, I think I've been more than 45 or 50. I think it might even be closer to 60. So maybe I've almost been to all of them already. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you, Trevino. Thank you. Big shout out to you, man. Appreciate it. Haven't seen you in a while. It's kind of hard for me to tell people to stay in touch through the stream when, like, I never comment in anybody's stream ever. I mean, maybe I've made one or two comments in all the time I've been on YouTube, and that's it. Well, maybe five. If it goes pear-shaped, you would have to go to Udon Thani for a flight. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess it depends on. It depends. If it's not real bad, and I want to go home, I'll take a train. Just because I can chill on the train. Oh, I don't want to drink that. I don't want to do that. If I want to fly, I'll fly. But yeah, I got to go to Udon. I used to do the whole, I take a train up to Udon Thani, and then, when I was first came over here, I went up to Udon Thani a couple times with a chick, got the sleeper car or whatever, came up with a chick, and then took the little minivan to Nong Khai, and then crossed over into Vientiane. That was quite some time ago, though. Hey, man, you're up. Where my wife's clan is. Family everywhere between Bandung to Nong Khai. Bandung. Bandung. Oh, udon, by udon. Okay. Yeah, the other thing is I haven't been to Udon Thani in a long time. I lived in Udon Thani for a year, and to be honest, I was bored out of my head. I mean, the mall was a shithole at the time. It wasn't a big deal. It was pretty low-end mall at the time. And the only thing for me to do really was go to like one of those, like an outdoor restaurant where, people would buy alcohol. They buy it by the bottle and sit around with the bucket and, mixers and stuff like that. That's what I would do. And, there'd be times I'd be like, all right, I'm going to go alone. I'll go out and see what I can do. So it wasn't like it is now. I mean, this is 23, 24 years ago. I used to drive I had a little Honda Dream, and I used to drive from the city center all the way to Nong Bua Saw, which was an hour and 15 minutes or so each way. Can't believe I did that. I'm getting a message uh, from what's his name here? He's saying that the virus is very real there. Like I said this morning, you want to see something, go to Bald and Bankrupt, the guy Bald and Bankrupt. Just type in Bald and Bankrupt. And he just got out of the hospital he had the coronavirus in Serbia, of all places. So it's nothing to mess around with, I can never tell if the internet is working here when I'm on the phone. It seems like it's fine on the phone, but when I look on my computer, it's not. There we go. Anyway, there's a whole lot of things you can do in Bueng, especially if you're the outdoorsy type. You don't mind going out. But to be honest, of the two places, I like Nakhon Phanom better. I don't care how good it's going to be tomorrow. I think, Nakhon Phanom is like a modern little city, Yeah, man. I mean, that sucks, He's lucky because over there, I mean, if he didn't have his contacts that he has, he might have been shit out of luck, But, the thing is, they ought to make some kind of a law in the United States where they say if the virus wasn't the cause of the death, you can't put it as the cause of death on a death certificate. In other words, if somebody's old and they die from old age, you can't put coronavirus because the numbers are all askew. I think that the numbers are so screwed up in America. I don't think they know what the hell's going on. I don't think they know what the truth is. And now they're scared shitless because everybody's scared. The Democrats are scared. The Republicans are scared because they know the election's coming up. They know that they've got to look the part. They've got to be the best leaders to the voters. And how are you going to do that? I don't care who was president. They're going to be screwed no matter what. This virus has screwed people. You couldn't plan it this good. The Chinese couldn't have planned to do this. Well, that's what I mean. That's exactly what I mean. Why would you do that? Because what that does is raise the numbers, gets more money out of the government. Not only that, it instills fear in people, and then that allows the government to control them easier. I don't want to be controlled. That's the whole reason, I moved to Thailand, years ago because I didn't want to live a life that, I went to work every day at 8 o'clock, and I was doing it. I went to work every day at 8 o'clock in the morning. I had to wake up 6:30 in the morning, 6 o'clock in the morning, take a shower, get dressed, make sure I had everything right, come in early for work so that, if they started a meeting early, I was there. Stay a little bit late every day. Look forward to that Friday night out, where I blew $50 or $100, and then I was like, well, now I don't have money for the rest of the week. You know what I mean? So that's why I was like, fuck this, I got to get out of here. Friend in Washington State told me this week, after November, you will hardly hear about the virus. What do you think? I don't know. I mean, maybe. It's plausible. But you know what they're going to do. They're not going to just let it just drop off. They're going to come up with some different narrative where they say, the herd immunity's kicking in, or people have been wearing masks more. I don't know who to believe anymore, and that's why I'd rather just stay the fuck away from people. And if I'm around them, it's because I feel like I can trust them enough to be around them. I don't even want to be, this is what I mean. And then I'm up here and I'm thinking about my wife and my kids, and I'm thinking, what if they got it? What if they get it? You know what I mean? Like, I'm thinking about that. I'm thinking they're sick, and the first thing I'm thinking is, oh shit. You know, you think I hate the CCP now. Something happens to them, and you can only imagine the shit that I'll go and do to the CCP. Of course I'm joking. Cocksuckers. I mean, what is the purpose of studying this virus? Oh, we're trying to save people in the future? I don't understand that, you know? Now, one thing I will say about this hotel, the walls are thin, and I can hear the people partying next door. I had to go over there and go, hey, what about me? But then, you know, it'll really be rough tomorrow. Yeah. No internal case, and no internal blah, blah, blah. But, you know, here's the thing. I don't buy into any of that bullshit. You think none of that can be manipulated? I mean, really. You think the numbers can't be manipulated? You think that if some general tells somebody underneath them, hey, listen, you need to keep this quiet. Doctor, keep it quiet. You think the doctor's going to go, no, in Thailand, they're not going to be like, no, I can't do that. It's my ethical responsibility. I am going to release the information to the press. You know, it's not going to happen. You know, I don't feel like getting drunk. I'm sure if I wanted, I could get the staff here to party. I think it would be more prevalent if there was still major infections. I don't know. I don't know what I believe, you know? I don't trust any government official. I mean, you know, I'm really not very trusting. I got issues. I got trust issues. You know, as funny as this may sound, I trust my wife, and I trust my kids, and I trust my parents, and I trust my sister. And I trust a few of my friends. So I feel pretty lucky. I got like, you know, 10 or 12 people I can trust in my life. Other than that, I don't trust anybody, you know? Listen, my buddy was telling me today, he's like, what did he say? Oh, I can't look at it. It's on my phone. Yeah, the guy who was driving me today told me, we got no cases here. I will say that when I pulled up in the bus, I was getting off the bus and I got yelled at. This guy goes, hey, you, come here. I was like, huh? Me? I was like, what the fuck does this guy want? I'm like, what is he, a tuk-tuk? He's going to get me already? I was like, well, I need one. And then he goes, you, COVID check. I went, oh. And so I had to go in and he checked my temperature and you know, I signed in and everything. And I was like, wow. So, you know, maybe they've done a good job here. Either that or, you know, nobody's reporting it. I don't know. It would seem strange if that's really what was going on. I have a hard time believing that. This is the strangest time. It's the strangest time that I think any of us will probably ever live in. I can't read without my glasses. COVID will miraculously become under control. I could definitely see that happening. Well, wait a minute. So Trump loses and COVID will become will get under control. I don't see that happening because you're if you want to, yeah. Well, there were other people actually on the second bus. There was nobody on the second level with me. I was the only person. There were people on the bus, but I was the only. Like I said, I haven't seen any other foreigners at all in this province. Um, I don't know what good it would do for the COVID to miraculously get under control if Trump loses, because you still have the rest of the world. The United States is not the entire world, even though they have the highest number of cases. You know, I don't know. It's all it's too much. That's why I don't believe in conspiracy theories most of the time. When Trump wins, it'll get under control. Well, we'll see. At this point, well, what my buddy was saying was, um, he's just tired. He's tired of working. He's tired of working he's getting older like me. He's getting tired of, every day working, having the stress of performing, doing a good job, being under the scrutiny of his customers and of his boss. And he's got to worry about, is he going to lose his job because of some virus, because they're not getting as much business as usual. So all these things factored in. He's just like, man, I wish I could just retire right now. I'm done with this shit. I don't want to work anymore. I'm sick of it. And I'm like, I understand. Some bullshit, this COVID. I think everybody should have their own country. As long as they have a plot of land that's like 1,000 feet by 1,000 feet, they count that as their own country, and they have to be self-sufficient. No government's giving them money, nothing. They're just on their own. Be a free-for-all. It's a free-for-all. Yeah. Ted Nugent's got it good. He's got a big ranch out in the middle of bumfuck somewhere. Where's he live? Montana or something like that? Let's see. Near China, what? China Spring, Texas. Oh, so he's got a full-on ranch where yeah, I didn't know it was Texas. I thought it was like Montana. I didn't know that his ranch that he has people that can come. He has people pay him to go hunting on his land. You want to go get a black buck? It's $4,000. An axis, $4,000. I wonder if they get to go hunting with him. I would think that he's pretty self-sufficient. Now, I don't know, though, because I don't know if anybody noticed, but I saw that Robert De Niro is in the news again because apparently he's broke. This is a guy who supposedly was worth $500 million, but now that his wife, who divorced him, wants more money, he's he's crying poor. He's saying the coronavirus has made him poor. And the judge is kind of laughing at him because he claimed to be worth a half a billion dollars at one point. And his wife is saying, and his wife's lawyer is saying he's full of shit. He's just trying to get out of. But listen, the chick is asking for $100,000 a month for her credit card bill, and he's saying, no, I can't afford it. I can only afford $50,000 a month. So what does that tell you? Let me tell you something. If I was a good-looking woman, I'd use that thing. I would use that thing. I wouldn't be giving it up to some smooth talker like me, I'll tell you that. I want to see my financials. I want to see the financials before I sleep with somebody like me. Legs would get closed real quick. Well, I don't have an ex-wife, and I don't want to have one. Especially, even I was talking to this guy who was driving me. He'll be driving me tomorrow. His name is Sutjai, Kun Sutjai, and he's 71, and his wife passed away 5 years ago. And I said, well, do you have any special someone? He's like, no, I don't want anybody else. He goes, if I want somebody, I go and get them, and then I say goodbye. I was like, that's it, buddy. I was like, when you get a little bit older, the last thing you want to have to do is break a new one in. Make sure that she fits you like a glove. But I thought it was pretty funny because he was like, nah, if I really need one, I just get one and then I'd say goodbye when I'm done. That's the way of the world. It's too bad it's not like that in the U.S. more often. Too many guys in the U.S. want to get married or, Just like this song. You ever listen to the song is it Bad Out of Hell? No. Paradise by the Dashboard Light. I think that's the name of it. By Meatloaf. Where he wants to bang her. And they're in the car. And she's saying, will you love me forever? And he's like, let me sleep on it. She's like, will you love me forever? Let me sleep on it. And he just wants to get laid, I mean, when you're young, the guy's probably like going, okay, whatever you say, honey. I'll do anything. Anyway, where are we? So, with any luck, I'll go to 2 places tomorrow. Pusing and Putok. All I think about them is the song Don't Call Us, We'll Call You. I always think about Paradise by the Dashboard Light and, because that chick, I liked that chick when I was younger. When that song came out, I liked her. She looks like hell now, but she looked great back then. She looked good back then. But this is good. That is going to be a big day, yeah. I'll be honest, I don't know if I can do it, No idea. I went up to Prevahir on the border of Cambodia and Thailand, but that was about 2 years ago. And my hip is worse. My left hip is worse. And when I got on the bus today to come here, they open up the back door. They weren't opening the front door. They opened the back door so I could go and then just go right up the stairs and get up onto the top floor. So I start to go up the stairs. Now I got my backpack and it's pretty heavy. I got my backpack. I start to go up the stairs and I felt my hip and I'm like, how the hell am I gonna be able to do this? And then, once I had a little bit of sleep and everything, I thought, well, I did have my backpack on me. And then today, this afternoon, I walked up from the river up this hill. It's not that big. And I was like, holy shit, man, I'm going to have to go slow. I'm not going to be doing what I used to do. I used to see if I could run up a mountain. I'd be like, let me see if I can run. I know that's not going to happen. There's no chance in hell of that happening. But, well, I'm glad you have faith in me. I have faith in myself. It's just I want to, I got to be real, I mean, I got a hip replacement. I got a bad knee that's been bad for more than 40 years. And I got a hip that's going bad. I can tell it's going bad. I know the feeling because of my other hip. It's going bad. So I have to be very careful. I can't slip. I can't, got to take care of your body. I preach that to my kids now. Make sure you take care of your body and don't just say, well, I train really hard and I'm going to take time off and then I'll train hard again and I'll take time off, because that's what I always did. And it never works. The best thing to do is just stay in shape all the time. I will say, though, that the guy told me, he goes, oh, all the levels are open now. I said, I thought they shut the last 2 levels down because of the snakes. He goes, oh, there's snakes there, but the levels are open. And then I said, do they got cobras up there? I'm like, isn't that a little bit high for cobras? He goes, no cobras, but they're small snake, but very dangerous. I'm like, oh, thank you. It's just what I need to hear. I think it was last night we were talking about snakes. My least favorite animal. What is that one snake? The taipan. Fuck me. There's so many gnarly snakes out there. Sugarloaf. No, meatloaf. I don't even know sugarloaf. Anyway, what time is it? 9 o'clock? Where's Mr. Menage? He's got a hot date tonight? Mr. Menage a Trois? Regarding hips, I don't think being in shape has anything to do with it. It just happens. Well, I mean, I understand what you're saying, and yes, you are right to a certain extent, but weight, body type, there's a lot of things that have to do with it. It's not just genetics. That's what I mean. Even when I was young and I was in shape, and when I was 17 to about 30, and I was in really, top-notch shape, I was still big and too big. Really, my bones were too big for my height. And when you do that, when you have that kind of body, that blocky kind of body, I think a lot of guys, they get that, they have these problems. And I used to kick a lot, and before I did Muay Thai, I did karate. And karate, when you throw the kick out, you lock your hip out. You lock your joint, your knee and your hip. It's not really good. I think that the Muay Thai kick, the round kick, is a bit safer for your body. But I don't know. I mean, I gotta take some of the blame for myself. I nearly got bit by a monkey in Prachuap in June. Swiped the fucker with my selfie stick. Now I'm not sure whether I fear snakes or monkeys. I hate monkeys. I fucking hate him with a passion. And there's a reason why. It's not that, like, I have it out for monkeys. It's because they're fucking smart and they're mischievous and they're little pricks. You know, talking about Prachuap, my kid there's a temple at the top of some hill in like Prachuap. And he was going up that hill, you know, and it's like there's only like enough space for 2 lanes of people to go up. And there's like a rail on one side, and then on the other side, it's just if you fall down the side of the mountain. And he had a water bottle in his pocket. He was like 7 years old at the time, 8 years old at the time. There he is. And he's going up the mountain, and this little fucking monkey ran up and grabbed the water out of his pocket, scared the shit out of him because he didn't know what the fuck was going on. He jumped up in the air. The monkey freaked out. And I'm worried about him falling off the side of the fucking, you know, the mountain that we're going up. And then we're in Thani, and we go to this temple. It's the local temple near, you know, my wife's house. And there's literally, you know, hundreds of them. And I'm standing there, this guy's fucking throwing him bananas. He feeds him bananas every day. And I'm like, so he gets donations of bananas every fucking day. And if he didn't have the bananas, these monkeys would be going literally apeshit. And I'm standing there and I'm like going, I don't want to get near those monkeys. Those little fuckers are strong, and if they bite you, they fucking hurt like hell. Everybody who's ever been bit by a monkey that I know has told me it hurts like shit. They're vicious little fuckers. Listen, they're the cunts of the animal world. That's how I look at it. And you know, they're cute and all that stuff, but let's face it, a chimpanzee, they can rip your face off. You know, gorilla, I'd rather be with a gorilla than a chimp. Now we start talking about animals again, but I can't stand fucking monkeys. Monkeys, and I don't particularly like squirrels either. They're like tree rats. There's a couple animals I don't like. Snakes, although I give them respect and stay away from them. Usually they don't fuck with you if you don't fuck with them. Street dogs. As much as I like dogs, and I do like dogs, but I don't like street dogs that when I'm walking down the street, they fucking run out from underneath a car where I don't see them and start trying to bite my ankles, and I'm trying to stomp them on the head because I'm freaking out going, this little fucker's going to try to bite my dick off. Which has happened a few times. Street dogs in Thailand, you know, you gotta be careful with them because they can turn out to be great or they can just be little. They're just like little monkeys. So oh God. Yeah, the monkey might take it away and hit you over the head with it. Who was it that, I think it was Richard, sent me he sent me what do you call those little, you know, like a little animation, a little GIF, where this guy is, we were talking about what would it be like if a chick just kicked you in the balls as hard as she could. And this guy was standing there, he's butt naked with his pecker hanging out, and this chick just ran up from behind him and kicked him as hard as she could in the nuts. Oh my God. I can imagine a monkey taking the stick away and hitting you in the nuts with it. You know, they're devious little fuckers, man. What was the name of the little monkey in Tarzan? What the fuck was his name? It was Tarzan, Jane, And what was the monkey's name? Does anybody remember the monkey's name? What the hell was that monkey's name? Cheetah. Yeah, that's what it was, Cheetah. I always got the impression that if Tarzan wanted to, he could sick that fucking monkey on anybody, and that monkey would beat the shit out of him. That was his secret weapon. Oh, God. What other animals? I like sharks. Crocodiles are a motherfucker, too, though. Even alligators. You know, we got gators in Florida where I'm from. And everybody knows, don't go diving for golf balls on golf courses, because I grew up in a place called Miami Lakes, and obviously there's a lot of lakes, but there's a golf course. And they actually have 2 golf courses, but you know, we used to go as kids and go like diving into the lakes to get golf balls, and then we'd sell them, clean them up and sell them. Until we started hearing about the alligators biting people and killing people, and then we were like, fuck that, it ain't worth the, you know, 15, 20 bucks we get out of it. What is this? Left turn. Oh, yeah, that's right. Oh, Clyde. Well, I thought that particular orangutan, something happened with him. Where it got mistreated. Whatever happened to that little fucker? Well, he was a big fucker. Clyde. Orangutan. Oh, he died, huh? Wow. Oh, man. Okay. Oh, wow. Every which way but abuse. Manus and Buddha from those Clint Eastwood orangutan movies. Let me see what it says here. From Marcel to Keiko, what happened to some of film and TV's most famous animal stars? Manus and Buddha, it's pretty funny they call it Buddha. 2 orangutans, both alike in dignity. Da, 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 da. Manus suffered a far less grisly fate than his replacement. Manus returned to his day job as part of a Vegas show. In the film sequel, Any Which Way You Can, they cast a younger, smaller orangutan to play Eastwood's sidekick. Tragically, however, the replacement, named Buddha, was in the care of an abusive trainer who was already in the midst of a federal investigation into animal cruelty. When Buddha stepped out of line by eating a donut, his trainer reportedly beat him to death with a cane and the handle of an axe. Even more horrifically, the trainer got away with his crime, and as abusing primates wasn't illegal back in 1980. Fuck me. So the guy, what's his name, this trainer? It doesn't say anything. So, it looks like the second orangutan got the shit beat out of him, and the guy killed him. Why would, you know, I don't understand it, man. What is the purpose of this? It's one thing if the thing is attacking you, trying to kill you. Then you fight back and, you beat the shit out of it until it can't do anything to you anymore. Or you kill it. But just for no reason? What then? The trainer started up a weight clinic? Yeah, and I'm done trying to figure out the world. You know, I reminisce about, this makes me reminisce. Let's put it that way. Let me think how I want to say this. This story has forced me to reminisce. When I was a young lad of about 6 years old, every night I used to sit in front of the television set, and every night I used to see the President of the United States talking about Vietnam and what was going on. And I said to my mother, "Mommy, can't we just all get along?" No, I didn't say that. I said, can't they just, why are they fighting? And I don't know, she gave me some answer, some kind of simplified answer. And I said, well, can't they just sit down and talk about it and work it out? Now, why couldn't this trainer work it out with his little buddy, Buddha, and say the next time you eat a donut, I'm taking some bananas out of your salary, or, why do you gotta kill the thing? This just shows how fucked up the world is. Killing monkeys? Let me just kill a monkey, or a orangutan, sorry. Let me just kill it because he ate my donut. I shouldn't laugh. Anyway. What are you gonna do? Well, why would they? Why would they let you back on your retirement visa? They've said that they're not going to let anybody back. How do I know? How do I know, Mike Johnson? How about you do a bank transfer? How about you use your ATM card? How about, you figure it out? I don't know. Yeah, if you want, I'll go, yeah, sure, okay. Yeah, okay. Why do I get the feeling that this sounds like some Nigerian? I tell you what, you send me your ATM card and the PIN number, and I'll take all the money out. And when it's all out, then I'll send you the card back. How's that sound? Yeah, advance fee. Anytime it sounds too good to be true, it is. I don't get any of those scams anymore. I stopped responding to them a long time ago. I used to write back, "Fuck you, you piece of shit." I used to write back stuff like that. Nice comments. Yeah, sure, buddy. We'll take your money out for you. I tell you what, you just transfer the money to my Thai bank account, and then I'll take it out and send it to you. Dude, surely you are not that stupid. Okay? To me, it sounds like you're just a troll. But then when do I know? There's a lot of stupid people in the world, so it could be you. yeah, can anybody help me? No. uh, I think the art of trolling it's become a lost art. You know, I mean, seriously, people, they've become oblivious and numb to it. You know, they just don't give a shit anymore. And I'm one of them. I mean, you know, I really don't care anymore. I don't give a fuck what anybody says about me. I don't care what they think about me. I don't care because, you know, at the end of the day, what does it really matter? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if somebody thinks I'm ugly or thinks I'm super handsome or, you know how that happens all the time, you know. I do think Forrest Gump said it in one dumb is, I think it's stupid is as stupid does. Isn't that what it is? In one dumb is that daughter, let me wind Scott up. I'm so funny. Then circle jerks. Yeah, I mean, you know, let me wind me up. It's like, do they really think, like, do I really give a fuck? No, I don't. I don't give, really, you know. From 3 years ago to now, 4 years ago to now, 7 years ago to now, there's a drastic difference. You know, in real life, it was one thing, but online, you know, it's just an irritant. It's like, oh, fuck, get a fucking life. Today, I'm gonna go after PewDiePie. I'm gonna troll him, like he really gives a fuck. You know, guy makes a couple $1,000,000. No wonder he doesn't look at his fucking messages. He's probably got somebody looking at his messages for him. I don't know if you guys saw, but that you remember that chick Jenna Marbles? Anybody know who that is? When she's got makeup on and, you know, she's dressed up, she actually looked kind of bangable. But with the makeup off and everything, she was a little rough. But she got, you know, cancel cultured. She got basically forced off of YouTube. You know, she's a little sensitive, which, you know, we're all human. Because she did a blackface several years ago. She did a blackface like, I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago. And so people started saying, oh, you know, you shouldn't subscribe to her. You should, you know, that you should ban her. And she's racist and all this other kind of shit. And so she came on and she's like, I'm really sorry. I never meant to hurt anybody and all that kind of stuff. And of course, the people, that's not good enough. You're still going to be a racist forever. And here's the thing. You know what? When somebody calls you a racist, you go, and? Now what? What the fuck else you want to say to me? So what if I am? And so what if I'm not? You know? You missed it, Gennaro. I gave you a shout out, man. Yeah, I mean, you know. This is the thing. Why come back and apologize? You know? Listen, you know, I don't know. I'm not into the Mark Cuban thing. I mean, I like him, but I don't like him enough. Yeah, sad to hear that all lives matter. You know, the next time somebody says to me, or, you know, I see this, Black Lives Matter, I'm going to go, fuck you, my life matters. I don't give a fuck about black lives. I only give a fuck about my life. I don't give a fuck about white lives. I care about my fucking life. And my kids' life, and my friends. That's all I care about. And notice there's no color in there. There's no nationality. There's no, you know, well, he's half Asian. Well, he's half black. No, there's none of that. It's just, I only give a fuck about, you know, and human lives matter. Let's face it, you know, there's no reason when you see an old lady walking down the street and some guy walks over and punches her in the face, what, because she's white, her life doesn't matter? I mean, you know, it's fucking ridiculous, man. Do you like, now, Gennaro, did you like those girls? Did you find them as alluring as the barista girls? Or, you know, or were they not quite up to your standard or what? Oh man, I need a massage. Ah. Some of them were girls, I think, if you know what I mean, but it was entertaining. Yeah, I was wondering. You know, some people didn't catch that. I mean, seriously, I know people who are like, "Oh yeah, man, you know that was kind of cool." I mean, listen, it was too much dancing. You know, I could have made it a lot shorter, but I have a couple others, and I have one for you chubby chasers. Um, I have one of a girl who you could call her a large Marge. She's a biggin, and she's dancing to the. And I'm not sure if she was a he or in between or what the deal was, but she was with some friends that were, you know, in the middle, if you know what I mean. So, you know, I just got to get some time to do that. And maybe that'll be tomorrow. You know, but probably tomorrow I'll get back around 10:30. I'll have to chill out and take a shower and everything. A couple hours, 12:30. Pack up my stuff so that I'm ready and I don't have to worry about it in the morning. So, you know, I have 4 or 5 hours to do some editing, but I'd like to put that one up with the large girl. She was kind of a cute dancer. She's kind of like the kind of girls that you might like, Gennaro. Special, you know. And she dances with some little guy who, you know, um, very very nice. He was very nice to me. This guy. He was about 4'9", weighed about 95 pounds. And, you know, he was like, hello, where do you come from? And all this stuff. And then the next thing I know, I see him dancing with the big girl. And he's like, you know, he looks like he's smashed on like booze and glue. You know, I don't know if he is or not, but he looked that way. Some of the body paint live streams are interesting. Yeah, I need to get some of those. I need to capture some of those live. Life looks so laid back in that part of Thailand, and I'll get there someday. Yeah, it is. And actually, what was that photo I have? Oh, I have a photo of something. Slow life. That's, you know, that's what it is here. All the good ones are taken, but you can still get a decent from another country. That's pretty good. Um, it's laid back, you know. You know, I don't know. I mean, my life is laid back even in Bangkok for the most part. If it's not laid back, it's because, you know, I'm looking for something to excite me. You know, whether it's some piece of shit doing something, you know. Haven't seen you in any Starbucks lately. That's because there's no Starbucks out here. Not that I know of. There weren't any Starbucks in there were no Starbucks in Nakhon Phanom that I saw. There were no McDonald's. There were no Burger Kings. There was none of that. I think there was a KFC though. But I don't mind. I really I don't mind. I don't have to have Starbucks. I'm not you, Gennaro. I know that, you live for the baristas and everything. You got to see them, but like trash and treasure, you never know. You could find your own little treasure. Yeah. Like, listen, I got to be there tomorrow. This guy's picking me up at 7 o'clock in the morning. I'm going to stretch. I'm going to have a cup of coffee right when I get there. I'm going to buy some on the way, and I'm going to have some. I'm going to down it so I have a little bit of energy. And I'm going to take my sweet-ass time, and hopefully I'll get up there without having a heart attack. Knock on wood. Hopefully, when I'll do the whole thing and then I'll go. I thought it was going to be so much harder and it was really easy, but I don't think that's how it's going to be. Are you speaking from experience? Well, I won't disagree with that. The last stall sells Leo. Well, maybe I will have one, I don't know. Depends on how I feel. Where's the next stop on the tour? Tomorrow is the climb up the mountain and the stream. After that, it's going to be Nong Khai, and after that, I don't know. I'm going to have to see how much money I have and see how my wife's doing, and then I'll determine after that. But I'll go to at least Nong Khai, and then, I'll see after that. If you get a hottie, actually, that'll be more of an irritant, Stephen. That'll irritate me. Because, I'm the kind of guy, I'd rather just like grab her by the back of her neck, throw her down to the bottom, and go, all right, let me finish and I'll come back down for you. I don't want to walk behind her the whole way. She has to walk behind me. This is my wife, sometimes, but not very often. She knows how I am. I mean, and she knows most of the time when I talk about things, I try not to ever disrespect her or anything like that, but, thank you, Gennaro. Thank you very much. That helps. Every little bit helps. I don't know, let me ask you something. I want to know. I just want to know. I'm not asking for, a contribution through it right now or anything. Please have a camera on just before you go in the gate to the mountain so we can see the facial expression. Oh, fuck. Great. Just what I need everybody to see. But what I was going to ask is how many people have and use that app called the CASHAPP? Because I know a few people that have it, but, I never really talked to people about it. I'm just curious to know because the only reason I know about it is because of Joe Rogan. And then I found out that you can buy stock through it. And it's easy to buy, a couple $100 worth of stock. And, you make 7% or something. So you make like 30 bucks, 40 bucks, boom, you sell it, quick money. You know, that's kind of why I like it, because it's kind of like PayPal. But if you ever want to buy stock and try to make some money off of stock, you can do that. Nobody has it. I don't think any Aussies are using it because I think it's primarily for Americans, but who was asking me about that? Jeff Hale Bob. Why you ask me if my wife watches my live streams? My wife is different. She doesn't talk too much unless she really has something to tell me. You know, like she wants to stress a point to me about something. She wants to get something across to me. Then she'll talk. But like when it comes to if I told her, hey, I've got a video, I think it's really, really good, I'll get one of two responses. And that is, I'll get she sits there and will be looking at her phone while she's halfway looking at whatever my video is. And then I have to yell at her and tell her, no, you know, get off the phone, concentrate. This is a good one, which, you know, I don't say that very often to her. I haven't said it very many times. But, you know, if the kids tell her, you really need to watch this, she'll watch a video. But a live stream, like a 2-hour live stream, she's not going to watch it. You know, all she cares about, you know, is that it's a job. It's a way to make a little bit of money. It's you know, it keeps me involved. And, you know, it's a platform. She understands that. She understands what social media is for and all that kind of stuff. But she doesn't care enough. And she knows I'm not going to say anything like, you know, I'm not going to be like, so yesterday I went out with this chick. I mean, because I'm not doing that stuff. So she doesn't care, you know. Wow, thanks a lot there, Krister. For the last Leo of the day, the one you should have skipped. Okay. You know, if I make it to the top tomorrow and I'm not like completely just destroyed, I'll drink a Leo, and I don't drink Leo. You know, usually I drink some other kind of beer, but not Leo or Singha. I almost never drink a beer like that. But, you know, for a day like that, I think it's 5 kilometers. Gave up on the share market after Titanic shares sunk. But thank you, Krister. Thank you. How far is the hike up the mountain? Yeah, I think the guy said it was 5 kilometers. I will shout you a few tomorrow night. Okay. You know, there's always that part of me that I never underestimate something. You know, I don't underestimate people, and I don't underestimate mountains. It's easier to say, hey, that was really easy, because you made it out to be difficult, than if you make it out to be really easy and then you go, shit, that was a lot harder than I thought. It might be harder than I thought. I went up to Preva here. That was 2,500 and something steps. I don't know exactly, but like 2,543 steps. The Preva here on the border of Thailand and Cambodia. And I was tired. Definitely. I mean, most people were. But I did it and it wasn't that big of a deal. But, you know, this is 2 years later. So, you know, I don't know. We'll see. What kind of helicopter are you going to use up to the top? Yeah, you're funny. I wish I could just go up there in a car. That'd be cool. Well, I might bring my, you know, the other thing is that I want to travel as lightly as possible. I don't want a backpack. I don't want a fucking camera. All I'm gonna have, I'm not bringing the little tripod thing that I've got my phone standing on right now. I'm not doing that. I'm bringing my gimbal, my phone, a battery pack, and what else? And I'm bringing the Camelback, which I'm gonna wear. I've got two of those. See the bottles of water over there? I've got two of those bottles of water over there, right? And I'm gonna fill that Camelback up with them. And that way I don't have to hold on to a bottle of water. So I can just walk. And I mean, I don't care. I'm looking at it like if I have to, it's going to be Mount Everest. I'm taking my sweet ass time. Because I am almost 60. And, you know, I haven't done shit really since before the COVID. Yeah, I've got a thing that I'm going to wear on my head, you know, a bandana, which I will wet before I go up so that it will cool my head off. And, you know, it's just going to be get to the first level, get to the second level. I'm not going to be thinking I got to get to the top. But, you know, I'll be just truthfully, you know, I mean, a couple years ago when I went in the boxing gym, I was old then. I was old. I'm out of shape. I'm not, you know, like I'm not a little 20-year-old kid that's, you know, bipping and bopping and moving all around, and I'm not going to get tired. I never get tired. You know, I was like, what, 56, 55. You know. If you got 5 years to train and dedicate yourself to climb Mount Everest, do you think you could do it? I couldn't do it without a Sherpa, that's for damn sure. I couldn't do it without oxygen, that's for damn sure. And I doubt I could do it even with 5 years of training at this point. I mean, just to be honest with myself, I know how I think, and my head likes to do things that it likes to bite off more than it can chew. You know, like my mouth wants to bite off more than it can chew. Have you ever climbed the 1400 step at Wat Tam Sua in Krabi? I did actually. Yeah, I did. I did. I went with my wife and my kids. That was a couple years. Well, it was that was 4 or 5 years ago. I didn't know it was 1,400 steps though. But like I said, I did the one to Prairie here, which is 2,540 something steps. All kinds of noises. But I did do that one. Yes, Eddie Manning, it was a killer. What? Oh, the Wat Tam Sua. Well, that's why we're going very early, because I know, by about 10 o'clock. He's under the impression, this guy's under the impression that it shouldn't take me more than an hour to get to the top, which I'm like, huh? Oh, I'm not racing. I used to, a long time ago, I used to do that. And there was a place in, I was talking about it the other day. It's by Mount San Antonio College in Southern California, Walnut, California. They got all kinds of hills. And now I'm sure they got a lot of houses and stuff like that because they were already starting to build. But you could go out there and there were just all these hills that were behind these houses. And it was just there's brush and there were coyotes and all kinds of stuff. And I used to go out there and run about 10 miles, like every other day. I'd go run like 10 miles. 41 minutes. Take me 41, 42 minutes every time. And no, no, no. It wasn't, was it 10 miles? No, 6.6 kilometers. That's what it was. I don't want to brag because 10 miles in 41 minutes is flying. But I used to go do that, and they were hills that were, steep. I can't do that shit now. Not with my hips. Listen, we got steps in my house, and they're steep. And I'm starting to feel it now. I never did feel it before, and I'm starting to. And I forget. I think it was Eddie was talking about. Yeah. Age is about the attitude, and it is. Yes, I understand it is for sure. But sometimes it's about your body, and like me, I know my body, and sometimes I'll push my body to the point where I fuck it up. I do shit to my body if it shouldn't be done, and then later on, I'm like, I shouldn't have done that. You know, I'm the kind of person. I said this before. I'm the kind of person that like if I was to go and run now, I may end up killing myself because I think I got to just keep going. I have to keep going. And I don't know if you guys remember, but there was a time where this guy had yes, weight loss is great for that and necessary. But in Hong Kong, there was a guy who was getting ready to throw a Molotov cocktail. And I saw him and I ran after him to get a photo of it. I didn't get the photo because he didn't throw the fucking thing. But I ran after him. That was like, I hadn't run in a couple of years and I just hauled ass. And, carved the fuck up. I'm not for carbing up. I'm for carbing down, no carbs, few carbs, carb loading. And I don't want to be honest, I told myself I'm not going to eat after like 6 o'clock tonight. And I haven't. Because when I go tomorrow in the morning, I don't want to have any food in my stomach because I don't want to throw up. Or if, I happen to like burp or like, jump up and down or something, I don't want to have a little accident, a little rear propulsion kind of accident. I don't want to have that. Is there carbs in beer? Banana fuel. I'm not a big believer in, eating 20 bananas or any of that shit. Really, there was a time when I really was into fitness and to training and to training others and to helping guys and to being involved in it. But you know, I started, shit, man, I was like 15 years old. I did sports for almost 20 years. You know, after a while, I just got to the point where I was like, fuck, man, I can't live my life, you know? I've always got to go to the gym. I've always got to go do this. I've always got to go do that. And after a while, I was like, I want to do some other things. I want to have some fun, you know? I want to eat that fucking bowl of ice cream. Who wants to fly to Hong Kong now? You can be arrested in jail for life. Yeah, well, that's why I said I'm not going back to Hong Kong. I'm never going to go into China. I'm not going to take a layover. I'm not going to do anything. Nothing. There's not going to be a transit flight. Nothing. It's not going to happen. You know, because, like I said yesterday, while I don't think that they really would find me of any value, and, you know, I don't think they would come after me and lock me up, because I just don't think I'm important enough. But you never know. Uncle Ho would eat insects on the way. Well, that's true. So you don't get low blood sugar if not eating enough? Nah, I don't get that shit. You know, if I don't eat for a day, then maybe I start feeling a little strange, but snake barbecue? Yeah, I want some king cobra. I wouldn't have a problem eating a king cobra. I just don't really want to eat the beating heart or anything like that. I just don't see the point in it. I'm not one of these guys who thinks that I need to eat like a tiger penis so that I can last longer in the sack. You know. I find it a bit strange that people actually believe that bullshit. What? He coffees the fuck up. Hey, bitch, it's time to coffee the fuck up. Actually, it's 10 o'clock now. I can wake up at 6 o'clock. I get some good sleep. 8 hours. Shit, man. Now, one thing I do need, and I'll get it in Nong Khai, is a massage. I don't want the full on, I don't want the full Monty. I don't want them like sitting behind me and pushing my legs because my hip's bad. I don't want to have to, and my foot is bad. My knee is bad. I don't want to have to tell them, oh no, don't touch that. Oh, don't touch that. Don't pull that. Don't do, I don't want to get into all that shit with them. So it's massage my shoulders, massage my hands, massage my feet. You can massage my calves, but don't go up any high. Don't get a little close to the twig and berries. Don't get too close there. You know, I don't want to shock you. Good statement. One could ask, what? One could ask, did the penis do the tiger? Did the penis do the tiger any good? I think it probably did. No, I'm not gonna, I don't want anybody touching my back or my legs or any of that shit. Yeah, well, we'll see, you know. I don't know, it all depends on the timing, but I don't have a problem getting a foot massage, even though my foot hurts. It's okay. The calves, they can massage the calves. They can give me the little foot spa. They can give me a little mani-pedi. And they can massage my hands. I like hand massage. If they use a little lotion, that's good. Not the oily kind. And a neck and shoulder massage. So basically everything except from above the knees to below my chest. So blowjob's out, jerk off is out, and everything else involved there is out. Just stick to the feet, the calves, the hands, and the back. The back of my neck. And that'll be fine. Did anyone notice how some massage gets more adventurous as they're testing to see your reaction? Listen, I used to love getting massages when I came here before. I used to get one almost every day, and almost every day I tried to screw the masseuse. They probably hated me, but you know, some of them didn't. Some of them liked me a lot, but some of them, you know. But when I first came here, that was, I'd go and get a massage, and I'd be like, hey, you give them that little look. Okay, Steven, I'll remember that. Bananas. I got two other words. Strawberries, avocado. That was a lot of fun, though, I'll admit. Back in the day, it was great fun, and you go have a massage, and you have some, cute masseuse, and you roll over, and she's like, oh, 500 baht. And you're like, okay, no problem. Yeah, I'll leave that to Manaj. Manaj can use them for whatever he wants. For me, a banana is meant to be eaten. And you know what's funny is my kid, Nicholas, doesn't like eating bananas. And you know what he told me? I'm like, why would you think he doesn't like eating bananas? He doesn't like the flavor. Oh, man. No, the reason he doesn't like eating bananas. Blueberries, I like blueberries a lot too. My kid eats oatmeal every morning with berries of some sort. Raspberries, blueberries, strawberries, bananas. Nicholas does not like bananas because he doesn't want to feel like he's a monkey. He's like, why do I want to eat bananas? I'm not a monkey. I'm like, you drink milk. What do you got to say about that? He didn't say anything. Oatmeal is good. Rice porridge maybe in LOS. That's all right. Yeah, I mean, doctors say it's good and all that, but still, it's a lot of carbs, man. Even the oatmeal, you can find fault in it. That's the problem nowadays. The food that's out there, you have to really look, you have to look and you have to figure it out, and you have to stick to that food and be careful about what you eat. If I wasn't so lazy, I'd be a lot better off, believe me. you know, Carbs are more essential than protein. Well, hang on a second, because I got something I got to do that's more essential than both of those things. And it's called, I got an itch that I've got to scratch. Side of the leg. So, anyway, it's been grand once again, as always. 2 hours just flies by when you're having fun. Yeah, don't get me thinking about all this stuff, all right? I don't need to be thinking about all this stuff when I'm gonna go, Thank you, Gennaro. Anyway, 2 hours flies by. I'm tired. I gotta get some rest. And with any luck, as long as the 4G is working, I will try to stream tomorrow. If not, well, I'm very sorry. From what I understand, there's no problem with the 4G over there. So hopefully it'll work. And that said, I guess I'll see you guys tomorrow. 1,000 baht, you can be stretchered up there. Yeah, but that would be no fun. Listen, I know you guys want me to go up there and slide and collapse and hang from the edge of the cliff and, provide a thrilling ride, entertain you. But personally, I just want to get up there. I just want to say I did it, And I don't want to be the guy taking a selfie that falls off the edge of a cliff. I don't need to take a selfie that much. What would a Malin walk be without pain? Yeah, fuck. Don't remind me. Really. Don't remind me. I mean, every time I get up, I'm in pain. People who know me know. When I get up, it takes me a while to get going. And then when I'm out on the street or whatever, I feel it. And I'm like, yeah, I'll be all right. I'll be all right. And then when I get home, I'm like shot for like the next 3 or 4 hours. So I expect to be shot tomorrow in the afternoon. But that's why I'm not leaving till the day after. So anyway. Yes, I think I'll be red-faced, puffy, and I'll have a sweaty ass crack. But I'll be wearing some Everlast shorts, so it's not like you're going to be seeing a big, huge ass crack, sweat stain. Oh, I got all kinds of stuff. Don't worry. I'm fine. I'll be all right. And here it's not Advil. It's Nurofen. I got them. I'm wearing Am I wearing them right now? No. I got Manscaped. They're all set to go. I got to tell you something. Talking about the Manscaped. This afternoon, I wanted to get my laundry done because I had a bunch of dirty laundry. And so I told the lady, hey, I need to get my laundry done. She said, I'll send the maid over to get your clothes. I said, okay. Maid comes, gets my clothes. I give her the clothes. A couple hours later, I'm laying here, and I'm like, looking online and stuff, and I'm just, laying here doing stuff. I forgot I hadn't put my shorts on. I just had my Manscaped shorts on and a shirt. I go walking over to the door. Open the door up, get all my clothes, and I come back inside and I go, I'm standing here in my underwear. Fortunately, they look like bike shorts, but the thing with the Manscaped is, if you're only wearing the Manscaped, it's not like somebody can't see your tool. It's not like you don't have a big bulge down there. The chick was probably going, that's his... So she saw the maid. I think the maid got a good look at my junk, and I didn't even think of it until I closed the door and came back inside. It wasn't intentional. So anyway, this spectacle, I think around sometime between 8:30 and 9 o'clock, because this guy's gonna pick me up at 7 o'clock. He told me it takes me an hour to get there. That'll be 8 o'clock. Might take me 15, 20 minutes to get going. And then, to see if the stream will work with the 4G. It might be 8:30. I don't know. A bit intense. Well, she's been banging on the door for hours, man. No, but she was staring at me, and I was like, why is this chick staring at me? She just kept going. She didn't move. She just had her jaw open. And I was like, what the fuck's with this chick? And then when I came inside, I was like, I'm standing here in my underwear. Nah. I don't even remember I don't remember what look she gave because I mean it was such. And you know what was funny is it was 70 baht. Well, thank you very much. It was 70 baht, and I was gonna give her like just take the. She didn't have any change, and I was gonna give her the 10 baht and just take back the 20 baht. I thought, oh, I'll get the 20 back from her. I thought 10 baht's enough. I'll give her a tip when I leave. And then I thought, fuck it. So she comes back, and then I felt bad because like I subjected her to seeing my package and shocking her. She wanted a tip. So instead of giving, I was like, honey, I'm married. I gave her a 30 baht tip and said, here. And she's like, oh, thank you. She was so happy. She appreciated it. So anyway, that's my story for the day. It is a true story, though. I don't think she even noticed. I think she just thought I was wearing a pair of shorts, though. So, anyway, I'll talk to you guys later, tomorrow, sometime. Hopefully in the morning, sometime between 8:30 and 9, we'll see. That is, if I'm still alive. Yeah, thanks a lot. The things I do for you guys is entertainment. Anyway, I'll talk to you later, all right? Take it easy. Jerkin' my and all that stuff. Jerkin'. Later.